Many people ask me, how can you did a tapping game? How can we create that? So I have a preview here. If I click here, you can see that is interesting. They have a message where I'm clicking here, and that is interesting. If I click here, they did a backend call, and that again 0. On every tap I get 20 point. Okay, this kind of something. So how can you create the same functionality? So in this video, we're going to watch how can you create a tapping game. So if you want to learn this, watch that entire video. Let's start. So I will continue with the last day project. I guess you guys remember yesterday we are doing a friend functionality project, and that is the project. So I opened that project on VS Studio at first. So I opened that project on VS Studio. Yeah, I have opened that. Okay, then so let me run that project on development mode, and also I will reveal the package page so you can install the required dependency. So if I go on the dependency, you can see there have Tailwind, there have Telegram SDK for React, there have Telegram UI, there have Tone Connect and Telegram Dev. Okay, and other thing like Tailwind CSS, this kind of something, and there have Daisy UI and some other stuff. So I have run that on localhost. So if I open that on Chrome, that is the project. So let me run that, and there is a mobile. Okay, so I will create here a page which is tab. Okay, tab page. So I have created here the tab page. So I need to add that page on routes. So I just simply copy that above line, and here I make another page which is tab, and the component is tab page. Okay, now, so I need to design that page as tapping page, like there I need an item so I can tap here. So let me design that at first. Okay, well, so I have created something, as you can see, this kind of something. So if I click here 14 times, that should be the account, that is my account, and I can claim the reward by clicking here. Okay, so now I need to make that more accurate. Okay, so for this, first of all I make that relative, and then I make this one absolute, and insert is okay in top 0 or 3, then width is full or anything more. If I make this kind of something, then I need to deal with gap should be 5, like this. Okay, then there have this kind of something. So if I make it flex, justify center, item also center, then it look like this. And if I delete that thing, okay, that's not looking good. So what I can do, I can give here the height, it is full, then nothing happened. So I need to make that design more accurate. So now this time the design is more accurate. Okay, what I want, when I'm click here, that should be there have an effect, the coin is flying to the top. Okay, then how can I do that? So you need to ensure that happen when you click here. So I need to add here on click. Okay, so making that on click, I need to make the functionality first of all, that should be tap. Okay, tap is a function, and yeah, now I will add here on click on this image. On click, there is an image, and here there is a tap. Okay, now when I tap here, I need to create a div. Okay, so I need to create a div here. So what I need to define, let me create a div at first. Constant div document dot create element. The tag name is a div, and there I can pass here the option. Okay, and many other things. Now here I can pass some class name. Okay, and also I need to pass some other stuff. Okay, I have created a div. Okay, so that is div, this means coin, or just a p tag, or that should be a p, no problem. If there is a p, no problem, p, and there is a paragraph or just a p tag. Okay, now let me create a p tag here, something like constant. Okay, just a p tag 20. Tap is a currency. Then here I write here tap is a currency. If your token currency is something like cat, dog, you can write here that thing. And 20 is for one tap, the user will get this kind of something. So now here I type here background is black, Okay, opacity is 10. Now if I want to see, that is seems like this. So the width is fit. Okay, then they have a pairing left and right, that is 4. Pairing top and bottom, that is 1. They have a rounded, that is full. Now it's properly look like this. Okay, here I need to add a backdrop blur, which is large, this kind of something. I can add here a border, something like this. Okay, now I want that should be on a limit, like so. In case I can add here a div. Okay, in the div I can make that I can add that absolute functionality, and I can copy this and paste here. Now it's properly look like this. Okay, so now and that they have an image. Okay, so instead I can cut this one, that's look like this. Okay, which one is better? If I go with this, I guess that one is better. Now what I want to define here, that should be absolute. The z index is 50. Okay, then from bottom is 20. Okay, hello, where is it? Yeah, here. Then from left is also something like 40, this one. Okay, now when I'm click, that should be visible for 1 or 2 seconds. Okay, that should be visible for 1 or 2 seconds. Okay, so now if I copy this thing, copy that entire class and comment this paragraph, and I come here and p dot class name, and I write that class name here, then what happened? Okay, if I click here, I just simply do a refresh, and if I click here, nothing happened here. So what I need to do, I need to append that paragraph tag on a div. So okay, I can add here, I can find that div, that is something like parent. Okay, there is a parents. Okay, now I need to find the parent constant. Parent is equal document dot find by id. Okay, get element by id, and I have the parent. Okay, parent. Now I need to append parent dot append child. The child is p. Okay, now if I click here once again, you can see they have this kind of something, but they are not have any content. So now I need to add the content. The content is p dot, what is the content? Because they have something like I forget the thing. Let me find out at first. Okay, so now if I show you that, there is something like this. If I refresh this one, that is refreshing. My internet connection is too much weak, so that's why that is not refreshing. So now this time you can see that is the skin. If I click here, that is the tapping or the thing. So now I need to calculate the distance. If I click here, so that should be append here, not here. So I need to calculate the distance from the top and distance from the left. So how can I calculate this? So for this I need to get here the event. Okay, and I need to pass that event and the event here also. So now I need to do a console log, so I can calculate that event, or I don't know the, okay, that is the type, because I don't know the type, so I can do the typecast. Okay, so now what I do, I just simply hide this one, or I can show this one, and I will calculate a thing like top. So client, so event dot client x is means left or right, so that should be y, client y, and another one is client s, that should be left. Okay, so I will calculate this two thing, then I add that two thing on this inner text. Okay, so I add this here inner text, so that should be top. Okay, that is top, and again left, and that is something like left. Okay, so now if I simply click here, you can see from top 383 and left 198, this kind of something. If I click in a different skin, then that should be show something like this. So what I need to do, I need to set according this. So from top means that parent. Okay, after the parent. So I know my English is too bad, and I cannot explain you properly, so you need to consider when you learn something from a other country guy. You know, my native language is different, so you need to consider about this. However, so I create a p tag first of all, then I calculate. Okay, let me calculate this thing before creating the p tag. Okay, then I go here and I want to add a class name. Okay, then okay, what is the issue, man? Okay, I can cut this one and this one also. So now I want to calculate from, I don't need that bottom, I want to add that like something like top, and from top that is a pixel. Okay, px. Okay, then from left there is something like similar, that is left and pixel. Okay, now the inner text is, our currency is top 20 or just 20 tab, yeah, tab. Then I append here as a children. Now I know they have some issue like that is not hidden after clicking, so I will resolve this thing, no problem. So I guess they have an issue, but I don't know what is the issue, why I'm getting error here. Okay, unknown word. What is unknown, man? Can I get the error on console log or Chrome browser? Localhost. Okay, that is the error come from index.css, so I don't need that plugin, no problem. Okay, now this time that error is resolved. If I click here, that is on here. If I click here, what is the issue, man? So in case, what should I do? That is not take the right space. I'm not want to give him want to show on this space. If I click on different space every time that on the top, why? So I can do a console log top stop and console log left. Okay, so now if I go on the console log, now if I click here, you can see from top 344 and left 202. So now why that is here? Okay, if I want to see that class name here, console log. Okay, then what happened? If I click here, you can see nothing wrong. If I write that class name on this p tag, then what happened? Okay, that is on this page. So now what is the issue for him? You can see what is the issue for him. I don't know why that is on center. Is there have any issue? Absolute top. Okay, that is a relative height, skin, everything. Okay, so I need to figure out. Okay, I found a solution. In Tailwind CSS we cannot add the top or display this kind of something like on class name. We need to setting up that on here, but we cannot do that for now. So what I can do, I need to set up a p tag where the style is and the display is absolute. Okay, then the p dot style dot from top is top. Okay, is there have an issue? Number is not a assigner. Okay, you need to convert on string, no problem, I will convert that on string. Then p dot style dot left is also something like string dot left. Okay, now this time I guess that should be work. So for this I go here and refresh that page, and if I click here, there is again on top, click here again on top. So in case I need to clear this thing. So if I clear this thing, now if I click here, top, what is the issue, man? Because here I did a mistake. Absolute, that is not a flex or this kind of something, that is a position, right? So I write here display, that's why that is not reflecting the changes. If I click here, if I refresh, just do a refresh and click here again on top, what is the issue, man? So first of all let me comment this thing, console, clear that console log. Okay, everything is good, we are not having any problem, but that, oh, what the heck. So well, I resolved the issue. The issue is that I have made a mistake where I just simply change the type, but I need to add here the pixel or this kind of something. So that's why there is not work this time. So I have made the changes, and you can see my internet connection is too weak, so I cannot use Telegram preview directly. So that's why I go with that Chrome browser setting. Now if I come here and click here, you can see that is the that reflecting here. Where I click, that p tag is created. So now what I want actually, when I'm click here, after a second, that should be invisible or dismiss. Okay, so for this case we should use timeout. Okay, timeout or set timeout. Yeah, that name is set timeout. So here I need to type our name. So the time is 1 second. After 1 second, that should be invisible. So if I add here now, what I want, user should be click here, that p tag will be created here, and after 1 second the p tag will be removed. So for removing the p tag, what I need to do, there I have already cleared the parent, so I just go on the parent dot then remove child. So okay, remove child, and the child, my child is p tag. Okay, so now if I refresh here, you can see I click here, after 1 second that is removed, after 1 second that will remove. So that is the thing. Now in case if you want to add any animation, like that should be go on the top. When I'm click here, that go on the top, that properly up to you what you do. Now if I want to decrease the time, that should be 200 millisecond. Like I click here, after 200 millisecond that will be removed. You know that is that when I click double click here, that is zooming, because I am not using Telegram, that's why. So you can properly configure whatever you want by here. So now what we want how much click we can, if we click here multiple times, then that should be increase the time, and if we click here claim, that it should be properly start from again beginning. So how can I do that? First of all, we need to declare a use state constant, that is count, and okay, there is not count, that is tab. Okay, tab, set tab, and here we can use state. The use state value is 0 on every time. Okay, here we are already use a tab, so that's why we cannot use again tab, so that will be tab count. Okay, tab count. So now on every time when we click on this function, we can increase that set tab. Set tab is equal tab count plus 1. Okay, now we will show the tab count on here. Okay, and if we click on that claim, okay, that should be a cursor pointer. If we click on that claim button, and then that here you can do a API call, but I don't have any backend, so in case I just simply start from again 0. Now if I refresh that page, if I click here, you can see there is 1 2 3 4. Now yeah, if I want to claim that my reward, I have click here one more time 5 times, so my reward should be 100 tab. So I want to claim that by clicking here. Here you can do a API call, then the count is 0. So that's how actually the hamster or that everything work. But in hamster case, you don't need to click on this claim, so they directly do a API call on this function. So on every tab they did a API call on this function. I guess you understand how that actually work. But if you want to avoid the loading or a high, if you want to get high performance, then you can continue with that claim function. However, so that how actually the tapping functionality made. So if you want to create a Telegram mini app or anything or that you think that should be a great business opportunity, then you can contact me on my Telegram. I can develop that mini app for you. That should be tapping or mining, any kind of app, no problem. So that in this video, see you on any other video. Thank you.